Hello! So today I am going to show you how I did these cute little nails that were inspired by literal plates and pottery from Pinterest of Miffy. I'm going to put pictures on the screen just so you know what I'm talking about. You're going to get the vision, hopefully. But I am using these medium nail almond nail tips, and I love working with the almond shape. I think they're super cute and fitting, especially with like nail art. In my opinion, I find them so cute. But I'm going ahead with this Born Pretty Milky White Gel, and I am painting all of my nail tips that color because I want all of my nails to be like a plate, you could say, or like take the design from a plate, if you know what I'm trying to, if you get the vision, let me know. But let me know what you think of the Born Pretty brand. This is literally the only product I have of them. I literally don't know much about, this brand or nail brands in general. But anywho, after curing that, I did a second layer just so it's not as translucent as it was before. And right here, it looking back at it, they look like teeth, the color of teeth. Let me know if you see it too. But I am using this cute little blue gel from Beetles, and I am going to do a little bunny face. And so I am using some dots and making a cross to start to map out where I want it to be. And obviously, because I can't do a circle freehand, I need to map it out. And I did the ears off screen because it was really difficult for me. And then right here, I'm just cleaning it up. I haven't cured yet, just so I can clean up. That's very important to me. Alright, and so right here, I am continuing to erase the little mapped out sketch that helped me out. It was super satisfying on screen. In real life, it was like terrible. But anywho, I had some open space and I wanted to make some little bows here, but they turned out like this. Yeah. So I decided to wipe it out and then try to do a little flower, simple flower. And of course, I had to erase it and redo it off camera because it was kind of crooked. Alright, so now that it's looking a little better, I decided to do the little facial features of Miffy. This is not really like a Miffy nail, more like a bunny nail because, I mean, can you tell if that's Miffy or not? No, you can't. Okay, so continuing with the little dots of the flower, I decided to make some little dots all around the border of the nail. Just kind of simulating like a little plate, you get the vibes. And yeah, so moving on to my index nail. And with this, it was honestly, I really like this nail. So I am doing 3 little dots because I want to do these little creatures right here. I think they're from a movie, Ghibli or Ghibli. I'm not sure. Please don't come for me. I have not watched them, but I decided to do those. So it was pretty simple, and I just grabbed a little skinny brush and started doing some lines. I don't know if that's like, I don't know what they are, but yeah, I decided that I wanted them in blue there because yeah, they looked cute, and I also saw on like a plate or something, someone had done that on a plate, and so we're going with the plate still. And I decided to add some little dots for the spaces and cured, and then added some white gel for their eyes. And I decided to have some pupils so they don't look so, crazy. And some of them came out kind of cross-eyed, but I think that's cute. So after that, I also decided to cure. And so going with the same theme of a border of a plate, I added these cute little stripes all around. It was honestly super fun and easy just to have like the same thing of like a plate or a border. But I'll be adding pictures as well so you can see like what I'm talking about. But yeah, I cured and that nail was honestly super easy to make. Alright, now moving on to the middle nail. For this, I wanted to try to map out, do the same thing with the circle, but with a heart, because I cannot do a heart like that freehand. And yeah, you let me know. You let me know, but you get the idea that I did not like this. So I wiped it off, and this time I wanted to keep the idea of a heart, but instead of like an outline of it, just go ahead and fill it all in. So I used a little dot technique, and here I am curving in the lines to make the little top of the heart and then connect the dots literally. and make it a little curved, so you know it's a cute little heart. You get the idea. And then I started to fill it in. And here, I honestly don't know what I was going for, but I decided to add like these little curves. I feel like I was going for like a space theme heart. I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna add some inspo here. I don't know if I really matched the vision. But going with the same theme of like space and whatnot, I decided to add some little crosses for like stars in the galaxy. And I'm just adding them right here, little by little, literally just taking in where there is empty space. And also continuing with the border theme, I decided to do a very simple little border on all around the nail. It wasn't too difficult. There were some spaces where I did have to go back and clean up, but this little brush, it's a longer brush compared to the other one I used, helped me out a lot. So I went ahead and completed doing the little border, and obviously I did have to go back just to highlight more spaces. And then I grabbed my dotting tool and just decided to fill it in with some little dots in groups of three, and just start to fill in some empty space because I just thought that something was missing. Okie dokie, so now we are going to our ring finger. And I'm using this very long brush right here to help me make very straight lines. So I'm making a line straight in the middle, and then I'm doing other lines evenly spaced out. Then I'm doing them again across to make a little grid nail, as you can see right here. Very excited. And so right here, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was freestyling because I literally ran out of ideas. No more ideas. But I went ahead and did these little blue polka dots. Not polka dots, just dots. And then I tried to make this little star. I'm not sure if you can tell if it's a star or just a blob, but the idea is a star. Cute yellow star. And so I went ahead with some green on top of the paws. So you can tell that these are going to be blueberries. Blueberries. I thought they were so cute and I felt so happy with this idea. And then I grabbed some white to kind of highlight the little fruits, just so they don't look so plain and flat. And then I decided that it still looked a little empty, so I went ahead and did these little diagonal lines inside and then filled some of the boxes in a little patchy, so it looks like someone colored it in with like a marker or something like that, you know, like that. Ooh, super cute. Easy as nail, really. Now moving on to the pinky. Right here, I honestly, again like the other nail, I was running out of ideas. I was looking at the plates that inspired me to do these nails, and I was like, I don't know. But I went ahead and did some little ruffles across the nail, going ahead with like the border, keeping the theme going. I think you're getting bored of this. But I did these little ruffles, and right here I was trying to make like a little piece of ham from like the ramen, or like the Naruto ramen pork. I'm gonna put a picture here. I was trying to do that, but it came out really ugly, so again I erased it. I think doing these nails there was a lot of like, I don't like this, I'm gonna erase it. And here I tried to do like a little bunny. I honestly don't know what I was trying to do. It looks like Stewie's head. But again, I did not like it, so I erased it. And so I decided that I was gonna do a bunny, like the first nail, but just like the colors inverted and filled in. And so there was empty space again, so I decided to just fill it with a lot of polka dots all around, kind of have it like a little coquette type of ruffles. I'm really not sure if you're gonna get the vision, but I went ahead and did that. And with the white, I went in and did some little facial features of the little bunny, and it came out a little bug-eyed. Like, look at that. But it got fixed. So right here, it's all of the nails cured. And I decided that I was going to put a matte top coat onto the nails. And so they were very well cured, because when I put this matte top coat, there was literally no streaking. And sometimes when I use matte top coat, it like streaks and it looks awful. But look at these. Look at these nails. There's no blue streaks, and I'm honestly so happy. I love how these nails came out. The ring fingernail, I think it's one of my favorite ones, and super simple to do. I really like these nails. I was so happy when it came out, like looking how I envisioned it. I was just so happy. I just don't have more words. But anywho, let me know what you think about the nails and leave a like, subscribe, and I don't know, leave a comment. See you next time. Bye bye.